What is up, my ARK survivors? This is Lucy coming at you live, nude, and totally crude.
And this is Alcarin bringing you that sweet, sweet dual commentary.
And yes, we're on season 2, episode 5. Oh, what? And we're doing another gameplay video, and you can see our base. Yes, our lovely snow base.
Yes, we're building our new base, like Lucy said. We're at 16,508 total views. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Keep watching. And if you like, please like, and hopefully you sub. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it, and we're at 187 subs, so we super appreciate that. We're super close to our 200 mark, and we do another vlog and another giveaway, so it's super awesome. And
what are we giving away?
T-shirts, lots and lots of T-shirts.
What kind of T-shirts?
Amazing kind. What else would there be? Come on now, guys. And I think I might be able to add Deadpool into the mix now. I know y'all want some Deadpool shirts. Yeah. And who's Twitching our channel? I mean, besides us, we're starting next weekend.
Well, we got Elf to Priest. He's going to be, he's already Twitching our server at this moment, right? And we're going to put a link in the, down there, right there. You'll get to see it. You click on it, and you'll get to see, what is it, Elf to Priest is Twitching. He's doing a great job. It's awesome. Yeah. He joined the server. He brought his group and posse over, and he's rocking it.
And it's Rick Rocks. I got that right. I hope I did. He is a fun guy. So they're all on there. They're all doing a great job and really enjoying it. And like we said, this weekend we should start with all our live commentary. So it's going to be super, super amazing. We're going to Twitch. We're going to just get out there and just try to get the content to you the way you want. For now, this is what we're doing. And so what we did is we ended up taming all our different animals. We tamed Ket's the last video, and now we have our sky cage. And we're trying to set up our base, and we're setting it all up in stone first off to kind of get an idea of what we want.
Definitely. Stone's just so much easier to get going. Until we get an industrial forge, we really don't want to do metal. We just kind of want to get a roof sealed. That's our first goal. Also, we're building on the glacier. What are the chords exactly? It's upper left-hand corner of the map.
True.
It's like 12-12 or something like that. Something like upper left-hand corner of the map. A few of the awesome things about this is, it's extremely cold. So anybody attacking can't wear flak for more than a few minutes. They'll freeze to death.
Because Blurberry came over just to chit-chat, and he was almost frozen, and he was in flak.
So it forces people to have to wear fur armor, which has significantly less defense. Yes. On top of the fact that when they siege, if they die, they have to respawn, get another fur set. It's very inconvenient. They can't just bomb in naked. They'll freeze to death. Another advantage to being on the glacier is?
Well, so first off, you have how far it is. You cannot get a Geiga up here because we attempted when it wasn't our base. We tried and we could not. It ended up drowning and dying, and that is how Goliath went down in history. Then you also have the fact that you can't have anywhere to store your stuff because we have turrets everywhere. So you can try to be on the bottom part of the glacier, but you can't. So your bird would have to be across the water. So it's all air at that point.
It's pretty much air, yeah. I mean, there's really no way to get in here other than air. Another issue is when the guy comes up to try to mount the glacier, we've noticed that it just kind of slips under the glacier. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, they seem to drown whether they're mounted or not. And I don't know if that's true for all dinosaurs, but Geigas in particular seem to drown.
Yeah, so it's really tricky. We usually pick all our dinos up and bring them over. We got super lucky with our T-Rex. It glitched on top of the bird. So we were able to bring it over. Otherwise, wouldn't have even tried to bring that one over. So what we're doing right now is the top part of the glacier is going to be where the actual base is. The bottom part of the glacier is going to be where the dinos are. We're going to set up a dino pen over there.
Well, I don't know about, you're talking about the lower end?
Well, no, because it's like a step. You have the main part right here, and then as you see, we move around, it goes down like one step.
So on the left-hand side here, Lucy's perspective on the right, it's hard to explain. We're going to have basically one side is going to be for dinos, it's going to be a dino pen, and the other side is going to be, like we said, for the players.
Yes.
We eventually want to redo this whole thing in metal. I think that's a goal. Another nice thing about this location is we can run a pipeline, and we haven't done it yet, from the top all the way directly into the water for an infinite water supply. Before we were always running off of reservoirs.
Yeah, I don't even know how that would be because when you're doing your kibble, you always run out of the reservoir. So having endless supply of water, we're gonna have so much kibble. We'll have so many dinos, we won't know what to do with ourselves. And it's cool because the server is getting really populated. And when we were over on the shore, we were nonstop by people. I think there was like 4 tribes over there. So here we're kind of isolated. It's really nice. Oh, tell them the great idea about the bamboo.
Oh, there's okay, so if you fly across the water, I think it's going south. It's like southeast,
Or
right?
it's like, yeah,
southeast, all the way to the mainland. There's a bamboo patch right across the way. There's plenty of wood. There's plenty of thatch, plenty of meat. So if you just fly over there, you know, drop off a mammoth, you can pick up as many berries as needed. So that's covered. We got water. We got berries. We got metal. There's metal over there. There's height altitude. There's crystal. We got tons of oil in the bottom area. I thought we picked a really good defensive spot, and that's awesome. Also, you can see the cats on my left screen right there. That was the one we tamed last episode. I converted it into a sky cage and tamed 1 or 2 other cats at this point.
Absolutely. And another amazing thing about this, so I actually was building one night, the night that I thought we were going to get raided. And I ended up realizing that if you go down right below where our base is now, there's so many penguins. You have so much organic polymer. It's insane. And it doesn't expire by the time you get back to your base. So it's nonstop.
Another cool thing is my plan in this episode, or not this episode, but is to gather enough of that organic polymer and see if I can build an industrial forge with it. Once we get the industrial forge, we can start pumping metal. Once we pump metal, we can just replace the whole thing. But I felt that the industrial forge was key to just speed this thing up. Plus, we were kind of afraid of getting raided. Don't be afraid to raid us. Just because we own the server doesn't mean we're impervious to being raided. Feel free to raid us like any other player, but also expect to be raided back if that happens.
Absolutely, and we're not going to ever do those shitty admin things and just come in and annihilate you because we're assholes. And actually, once this weekend comes around, we're most likely going to start enabling anytime anything is imported because we would like to give more prizes out. And then at that point, people would be able to see everything that we're importing. So we want to keep it as honest as we can. And so the little bit of metal that you saw over there, Dr. Jones, so we have 4 people in our tribe. And they're people we know in real life, so that was why we joined with them. And we have Jotunheim and we have Dr. Jones. And Dr. Jones started on the metal part already, so he's already converting it over.
Yes, another thing we noticed as we're converting piece by piece to metal, we're getting a ton of stone, a ton of wood, a ton of fiber. And so what I end up doing is just throwing the wood into the furnaces, burning that up, creating light obviously, and creating charcoal at the same time, and cooking our food in a lot of different situations. But a lot of it's just wasted material. Our server is 10x, so we end up getting a lot more than what we need.
Well, what I notice happens is you actually get lazy and you just drop it because you're like, well, I could bring it back and I don't know if I really want to. So I'll go ahead and just drop it. It's not a big deal. And look how much crystals everywhere and oil. This, seriously, guys, this is such a supreme spot. Like, if you have the endurance to make it out here initially, you definitely should do it.
Definitely. Also, I noticed like a lot of the good Gaigas, and not that Gaigas are common, but if you find them, the good Gaigas, the Rexes, all the top dinosaurs seem to spawn in the north. Maybe they're spawning as much as everywhere else, but they're less farmed in the north because less people have fur armor, want to have to take that extra step. So we have yet to be raided, which I think is amazing so far.
Yeah, the butt pirates keep threatening, but they just don't follow through. I mean, maybe they're not all that they say they are. I don't know. We'll have to see one of these days.
Well, in the butt pirates' defense, they have raided quite a few other tribes. What other tribes have they raided there recently?
Well, I'm guessing the anal tribe. I'm just kidding. Okay, but one thing I did want to say, though, is the awesome thing that I like about the snow is it's filled full of animals that are prime. So you don't have to worry about running out of prime when you are doing a tame. As long as you clear your area and you have your birds set on aggressive near you, they're going to be safe, and then you're going to have an endless supply. So it's really nice.
Another thing I wanted to mention, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, is that we took a server vote and we made a few server changes. Gather rates have been lowered to 8x per the server's request. Additionally, breeding dinosaurs, breeding cooldown, hibernation.
The breeding process.
Everything about the breeding process has been sped up ×2, because it takes a week or two to breed a Gaiga, and that's just too long, to be honest. So per the server request, we've made that change.
Yeah, the one thing that's awesome about our ARK community is we want to make sure that it's a democracy and everybody gets a chance to vote and put their opinion in. And we're actually going to set up a webpage where people can vote and see how things are going. We also have another really cool change that we hope you guys like. If you do or don't or have suggestions on how you think it would go, let us know, because we're very open to suggestions. So go ahead, Alcarin.
Okay, so what we're thinking about doing, we haven't done any of this yet, is basically, like Lucy said, developing a web page for the server, right? And on that web page, yes, we can vote. People can vote in a poll for server changes, and if we can get like 50% or more people voting that they want the server one way, so that way the players can dictate the rates of the server versus
it's our server, everybody's server.
It's everybody's server. I kind of want to keep everybody happy, and and that's the best way to do it, is to take a vote. Additionally, we're thinking about basically coming up with a donation structure, which would allow people to donate and get certain gear. Now, keep in mind, no blueprints, no mastercraft or ascendant level items, nothing broken. It would be journeyman item quality lower. It would have building packages, to get you started. It'd help you with tournaments and get you going. Because some of us have more time, we can grind it out, and some of us have less time but some money. And if they can donate to the server to help us keep everything running, that would be awesome. And more details on that soon. It's just an idea at this point. There's not really much else to say, is there?
I don't know. So basically, it's just finding a way to get some extra resources into the game, where sometimes the drops don't actually supply a lot. So there's not a lot of circulation of items either. So this way, it really helps vamp up the server. While, like what Alcarin is saying, I work a full-time job and I do this, so then it would be nice if I could go and put some money in, and at that point I could get an item and be up to speed with everybody else. However, on our Sunday tournaments at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will still be giving away armor, gun, and 250 ammo. So that will still be going on.
And the donation items quality will not supersede the top level prizes that you get for free for placing the tournament. So we still encourage you, please participate, especially if we can get the 10 plus mark. And I mean, we hit 9 last week. We should be able to get 10 plus people this week. Looks like I just knocked
in the water.
I just knocked out a penguin in the water. I think I lost my track of thought there.
These little fuckers are so cute. That's why they're like, come and hit me, bitch.
So my point, what I'm shooting for, is trying to get some penguins tamed. That way we can help keep it a little bit warmer, because it's so cold. Even with fur on during the nighttime, sometimes you still freeze to death.
Absolutely, and you get tired of trying to keep your torch or the wood, so at that point it's a little frustrating, and we don't have enough resources for an air conditioning system, so at this point we just kind of need to use what's around us, which are penguins. Another benefit to the area.
So just, reach out to us, tell us what you think. If with a donation system with some rewards, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a bad idea? Just reach down there and touch someone and just tell us with your physical actions and the touching if that's something you like. Obviously you can still play for free and grind. Nothing's going to change. It's just going to give those people that don't have as much time that opportunity to get some gear and just help them along and get them started. And we're still doing out the free giveaway packages. If you sub the channel, you still get a free set of flak armor. You still get 50 ammunition, no rockets. That deal isn't changing.
Yeah. We have vamped it up for other people. We do 250 trank arrows if you want, and then 50 trank darts if you want. So, and it's not all of these as a package deal. It's one or the other if you sub. And pretty much, even if we hit 1 million, we're just going to continue to do that because we want it to be a positive experience when you come on.
another thing, and I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. Basically, if you sub us, we will sub you back. So I don't know if I said that recently, but basically what that means is if you sub the channel within 24 to 48 hours, and the reason I say that is it doesn't always show up, right? We will sub you back.
Absolutely. So while Alcarin's over there getting these penguins, look at him. I don't think his roofies are strong enough. He needs to aim better. Look at that guy. What does he have, like 7 on him?
Well, I noticed that a primitive long neck rifle. Yeah, I got it. A primitive long neck rifle. I'm just used to having a journeyman, like pre-wipe, not post-wipe, pre-wipe. Yeah, I had a journeyman, so I got used to only having to shoot so many times. Going back to primitive is a big change. It's pretty difficult.
Absolutely. And then over on the right-hand side, you can see me closing everything up, trying to make it a little more secure. And initially I had set up the base foundation kind of incorrectly because Alcarin came up with a really good point. On the old server, I had built it where the foundation wasn't even, and then it made it extremely hard to actually seal it, and there was a lot of holes. So this time we had to change it up a bit. But next time, hopefully our base will be further along and you can see how it looks. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you wanted to see us doing in the video. On top of that, don't forget, we're going to start Twitching this weekend and it'll be live.
I think we're coming to the end of this video, and peace.
And peace out.